it'll just come in whenever. So the thing is, so I actually listened to a podcast about like an exact website you're on. The podcast is, they're gone now, sad because they were awesome. Reply All. They did a whole investigative series about sites like this, and they make their website to be like, so it's based out of California. Their website is, but all of their stuff they're drop shipping from like,
yeah. So that's.
But the problem is when it's getting. I'll get there. But because it's getting drop shipped, it's likely not like an American made product. So the sizes are generally smaller. So
what do you think? Get a 44, and then
if you go one size bigger, then you can go to an actual like tuxedo tailor here. I got one in Middletown who I like a lot. And actually one in Hartford too.
There's a good one in Southington too.
My boy at JT Gamo, #JT Gamo out in Hartford. He does an awesome job. He's done all of my stuff.
I know that name.
Yeah, any suit or tux I have.
Talked to, yeah, he must have mentioned him to me before.
He's unreal. He does all my stuff.
Can I just order this then?
Yeah, you can. It's a cool tux, dude. It's almost, and you know what, dude, you do need more accoutrement.
I know. Well, you know what I like? I like the chain that goes across
the belly chain.
And
Dave's gonna have a belly chain.
I was looking for a pocket watches.
Pocket watches are back, dude.
A guy on my group wanted to go get custom ones for everybody for the group, and he's like, "What's people's budgets?" And the people in my group are throwing out these outrageous numbers. I'm like, and
like Rolexes.
They settled with $3,000. I'm like, come again? And so that's the budget they settled on. And I'm like, what are you guys like?
For a pocket watch?
Yeah, I'm like, what are we doing here? And he's like, trust me. I'm like,
no,
dude. I think I have a silver pocket watch that my mom gave me for like graduation that you can borrow if you want.
No.
You got to have your own.
Got to be,
dude. It's funny. We're gonna get to this like once we do the episode later. I want to go back to like 1800s fashion, not as far.
So I
gone.
So for the movie Tombstone,
you look like an alchemist.
They have the straight collars that are straight up. They have these type style ties. Mm-hmm. You know, they look much cooler.
You look like Willy Wonka's third cousin.
Yes.
I don't want to go that far back in time. No, it was a good thing. Willy Wonka was a great candy maker. Okay. You just look like his third. You don't look like you make great candy. You look like you make okay candy.
My candy.
You make like Amazon knockoff.
My milkshake.
Timu candy.
Brings
Timu candy.
all the girls to the yard.
See, like I want to go back to like the time where like the tuxes you're looking at are in style. I don't want to go as far back as.
I feel like that would look better if the vest was red.
Mm-mm.
I want to go back to this.
No.
Oh, that's kind of about the same period.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's about the same.
No, go to Tombstone.
You're a little
Google Tombstone. Tombstone tuxedo.
Well, that is so. Tombstone and Peaky Blinders are actually like right around the same time. That's just the English style compared to.
So they have all the different styles. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Sure. So they have all the different styles of collars. See, now I love the one in the second one.
Yeah,
like the straight up collar.
I think you'd get annoyed with that. I would get annoyed with that.
That would annoy me. Yeah.
We rubbing up.
Well,
it's like a turtleneck.
You gotta have a tall neck. Yeah,
you gotta have a tall neck.
That is sharp though.
Yeah, that is sharp.
Do I get it?
That's a law, man. You look like you make tonics for people.
Do I get it?
And dude, I say mess with it. Here's what you'll do. Here's what I promise you. One.
Oh, dude, look.
Yeah, see, I like that. The pocket watches,
yep.
Belly chains. If you get one and it comes out good, I'll buy one too.
What event would we go to?
I don't care. Prom.
You're gonna come to my. You could be my date.
I'm gonna be your date to
and
prom.
I could be your date. we just had a moment.
We did a thing.
See, now I feel like I should shop around a few other sites.
Right now, you look like you sell hair tonics and elephant rides at,
I feel like I should shop around a few more sites, though. You know,
at
like
a carnival in 1801. Crazy Dave's hair tonic. That's what.
That is sharp. I'm gonna wait a minute.
You got to get the pocket watch though for it.
Yeah.
Are those inside outside slippers?
They're just regular slippers.
They look like hiking slippers.
They're not meant for outside at all. They're just my slippers.
They got good.
Are they like LL Bean?
They got
ones?
good tread on the bottom.
They're my LL Bean slippers.
Anti-slip.
Are they the fur on the inside?
I've never worn them.
Oh, I
out-
can see his feet
I've
are
never-
sweating bullets
Dude,
right
I've
now.
never worn them out of my house.
I love those.
The maiden voyage was today.
I
Yeah.
do need a new
I
pair.
love that.
Though.
Thank you.
My other pair was associated with the person. We
Oh yeah, I'm not a
these are
slipper. I'm
bedroom
not a
slippers.
slipper guy though.
Dude, you get a pair of
I
those.
know,
I'm telling you
but
right
like-
now, brother.
It's just another step in the morning for me. Now I got to put slippers on.
You wear Crocs. It's just during the winter.
Oh,
you
I
can wear
love my
those.
Crocs.
Yeah, during the winter you just wear those.
I'm gonna just stick with the Crocs. I want to get the fur lined Crocs.
The boots with the fur.
The vest you were looking at had fur on it. The other one. I was saying though, you do need more accoutrement because you have
So
such a unique tuxedo style. Because you have this have you ever seen him in a tuxedo? By the way, Goose.
I have multiple tuxedos.
But he always accompanies his tuxedo. It's this is super nice, super high end tuxedo. Top to bottom looks just
James Bond.
red James Bond, and then
Yeah,
he
they're good.
switches it up, and he has parade polished
Patent leather Chuck
patent
Taylors.
leather Chuck Taylors.
They're sharp.
It's such a cool look, dude.
Thank
Every
you.
time you're in a tux,
Thank you.
that's why you do need more accoutrement because the Chuck Taylors would go great with that tux.
Yeah.
That tux screams more the Chuck Taylors than the tux you have now.
Yeah, you're right.
Because you're
right.
you're like Boston Symphony Orchestra violin quartet.
You know what I
of
feel like?
Nirvana.
I think I just need to go down to New York
yeah,
to a tux store that does fancy stuff. And
I got a guy
and I
here in
need to-
Connecticut.
I need to buy 2 or 3 while I'm there.
I got a guy. I'm telling you, I got a guy in Connecticut.
So-
I'll show you after. I'll show you.
So
one of my
this guy
suits.
keeps recommending this guy in Hong Kong. He's like, I get
No,
all
you
my
don't wanna
tuxes
go to
there. He's
Hong
like, I
Kong.
fly there. They
Oh, fly there. Okay, I guess that's
he's
different.
Fly
like,
there.
they size you all up. He says you pick your fabrics. They make it for you right there. 3 days later, you fly home with your tux. He says, and the best part is once they have your measurements, he says
now you don't have
they
to fly
fly
there.
to New York City every once in a while.
Oh,
And you just pick your fabrics, and they make you other ones. And
so
they send
I
them
have
over.
a guy in Connecticut who does the same thing, except you don't. I mean, if you want to fly to Hong Kong, I guess that'd be
He
fun.
makes tuxes.
Yeah, you pick your so I'll show you after the show's over. So I had one for when I was the best man at my buddy's wedding. He wanted light blue as the color because the wedding was in South Carolina, but when I went, I was like, dude, I ain't going in there with just I'm the best man in the wedding. I was like, I got to show the groom up a little bit because that's the
Whoa.
right thing to do.
I don't know. That's
No, because he said for everybody. So we all went to
Oh.
this custom guy because he uses the same guy. And he was like, I want you guys to all pick your own fabrics and stuff like that. Same
that's
suit base, but I got to pick the inner fabric.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it was so I went with it's like the bandana style. What is that called? It's a stupid where it's the looks like the yin yangs. Is that called?
gang.
Google that shit. No, it's not gang. No, I didn't represent the Crips at my buddy's wedding.
Suit.
No, bandana
Yeah,
pattern.
yeah.
No, just do bandana pattern. It's got a name to it.
I don't think so.
It does. You're-
Bandana pattern vector art.
Yeah, there were
There was-
images. No, go to just regular Google search. Paisley. That's the thing I was looking for. Paisley.
Rad.
Sometimes, but
Yeah, so
bandana
Paisley
print.
is called bandana print. So mine was Paisley, but it was purpley,
Yeah.
blue, iridescent. I'll show you after. It's really cool. But this guy does all custom fabric and stuff. So you could do
We should start
that
the pod.
tux. We should do the podcast now. We've been talking about tuxes for a while. Goose, let's make a podcast. We went from being on time to no longer being on time because
we're
we
close.
went down a rabbit hole of tuxes.
Tuxes.
We should do an episode in tuxes. Welcome to Non-Professional Development. My name's Ted.
And my name is Dave. So, as you can probably see, we are not your ordinary podcast. We're here to make you laugh on your drive in and home from work.
But we do have a couple rules on our pod.
Yep.
The first one's so easy. Teaching is fun. It's okay to laugh at yourself and all the funny things that happen during your school day. That's why we're here.
Yes. Next up, no negativity. So, like rule one, this is a lighthearted show, not a gripe session. So, if we ever find ourselves or a guest being negative, we hit you with one of these buzzers.
And last, but super not least, between all the laughs, we want to make sure we give you some useful content.
Hopefully.
And we want to get some back from all of you too. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode. Hey, welcome back to another episode, buddy.
Welcome back.
We're doing much better now. We now that we got the start of the year done, we kind of talked about this last week.
Yeah, we're on episode 6.
Episode 8, 4,
Oh,
3. I don't know. I just like messing with Goose, so he has to edit it into the episodes.
That's why I did that.
Yeah.
He's already got the big sigh.
Sorry, buddy. We're just two hosting a thing. We don't know any bounds. But no, we are getting on track with we are going to be releasing to you guys every week.
Yeah.
It's going to be coming to you
hopefully.
Yeah. That's the goal. Barring any craziness, Mondays at 2 p.m.
like a school teacher.
Just like a school teacher. You know,
A
you
school teacher's day is not predictable.
You walk in the
Just
morning. Like, how many times does this happen? You walk in the morning, you're like, oh my gosh, I have the best day planned out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, do this, do
30
this.
seconds.
Yeah.
That kid busts through the door. You're like crying. You're like, oh, well, I guess
That day.
that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, or like you announce the first thing you're going to do because you're like, I planned this thing. It's going to be so much fun. And you're like, we're going to do this today. And they're like, no, we're going to rebel today.
Yeah.
And that goes off the rails. But all things considered and all things go well, we're going to be releasing to all of you guys out there every Monday at 2 p.m. Why 2 p.m. on Monday, do you ask?
I don't know.
Oh, well, I can tell you. We're going to release at 2 p.m. on Mondays because it does matter.
Why?
Because you're a teacher and you want to drive home on a Monday. You've had that crazy, it's the weekend's over. You're feeling like, oh my gosh, is anybody dealing with this Monday like I am? Well, guess what? We're here to cheer you up.
I'm an architect.
You are a tonic salesman from 1801.
I'm an architect. And at 2 o'clock on a Monday, I'm in a meeting.
Gosh darn right you are. You're building a hotel in Tucson somewhere in 1841.
Can't unhear that.
Nope. I don't have headphones on, so I can only imagine how terrible that was. It's in there. So, anywho,
Speaking of
regular schedule.
Speaking of 1841, is that what you just said?
Yeah.
So,
that's a show, isn't it?
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Neither.
It's
It's like a Yellowstone thing,
one of the
right?
Yellowstone spinoffs.
Spinoffs.
Yeah, well,
If it's not 41, it's like right in that realm.
spin
So
off this anyway.
I don't want to get yelled at by the comments.
So, speaking of 1841 or 1840,
There's a
got it.
thing.
Fly. That
Catch.
Dude, magic.
attracted to me. Duh. So I had an 1841 moment, and I realized it the other day. So I was driving the bus. Go figure. And it was kind
As
of
we
fun.
do.
This was a rattly one. You ever get the rattly bus?
Oh, all the time.
So there's levels of buses, and it's what time you get there. So at our school, for all the teachers out there, the trade teachers all have to have their bus license, and they drive that way. It's nice because that way we can go anywhere whenever we want to do something trade related. And so, having said that, there's 10 trades in my building, and so you get what you get. Like it's whoever gets there first gets their pick of the bus.
Oh, I get there early if I got to get a bus.
Depending on what you need. So like if you're the carpentry teacher, you need storage in the job boxes, then you're taking a certain bus.
You got to get a cage.
If you're auto, you need the cage. If you get the nice one with the tinted windows, there's no cage, stuff like that.
Right.
And then there's
The rattly one.
the beast.
The beast.
The beast. So the beast is that one that they're like, we should retire it, but it's just not there yet. We or whatever.
There's too much money invested in it.
No, it's not that. It's I don't know if like they hit their quota for buses, they
Right.
had to retire or whatever. So like they just installed the cameras on all of our new buses.
Yep, we have those too. Yep.
On all of our buses, they installed the camera that records forward and backwards. I love it. I don't mind. Like
Me either.
I love just like the police world. I love.
I was going to
being
say,
recorded.
based on our last job, like,
Because
it doesn't bother
I know
us.
I'm not doing anything wrong,
Right.
So, but it's like got AI in it, and like so it like knows if you're not wearing your seatbelt. It knows if you have a
On your
phone in your
phone.
hand. Like it's pretty cool actually. But But this bus doesn't have it because this bus, like even the people installing the cameras, like there's no way that thing's still
Can't
running.
hook this up to that battery.
No, or they're like, there's no way that thing's still running. you know? So, but anyway, I was driving that bus, and which, by the way, feels like it's going to vibrate apart at 60 miles an hour because there's, I'm sure there's, it's missing a tire somewhere. I looked, but it wasn't. But
we have a beast too. Like your forearms gain strength when
yeah.
you're on the highway because you just got to hold that bad boy to the road.
So kids usually like a good bus ride. Like they either go to sleep, they listen to music, whatever. Ain't nobody sleeping on this one. They're like they're losing fillings if they had them. Like if there's any baby teeth left, they're gone.
You are 18,
I don't know
41 fillings.
I don't know anything about human development. I don't know if they still have baby teeth at that age, but
probably not.
I guarantee that bus is speeding up puberty. That's how much that thing vibrates.
Just rattling them to adulthood.
That's literally rattling hormones down. All right.
There's the name of the episode. Rattling them to adulthood.
Rattling the hormones. Anyway, so I was driving this bus, and at the end of the trip, it was a nice day. At the end of the trip, one of the things that you always have to, after all the kids get off, you always walk the back of the bus, and you
got to lock the emergency
back
exit.
door.
Yep.
But it's also a good reason, to check, make sure that any kids didn't like fall asleep on the back of the bus and still there.
Yeah,
and
you
then
don't
you
want
lock
to.
the kid on the bus for the weekend.
You want to cook them for the weekend.
So like one of the things I hate is like if the kids don't put their windows up, then
One
you
by
have to
one.
go in between each seat to put the windows
the
up.
worst.
It's annoying because you have to go put the windows up, and there's no easy way to do it. Well, what I realized, my 1841 or 1881 or whatever my tombstone era lingo was. It's just funny because it's actually before that. Is they said, all right, everybody, roll up your windows, and they're like, roll, and I'm like,
oh, you had a
these
moment.
kids have never rolled up a window.
They've never done the thing.
They literally didn't know what I was talking about.
He had a
didn't
Dave's
know-
time machine.
They didn't know about rolling up a window. So like, now to be fair, I've never rolled up a window on a bus either. You just put the window up.
you just put the window up. But in a
car, they have never rolled up a window. Can you imagine what these kids would do if you put them in a car that had a crank? They'd be like, "What's that for?" You'd be like, "It opens the time machine." Like they have no idea. They have literally never rolled up a window.
Pierce Brosnan's waiting on the other side.
They're born in 2009 or whatever.
2008, 2009.
They've never rolled up a window. They have no idea that windows could go up without a button. It's like,
I wonder if they'd be mind blown at the like one of those like prisms that used to also have like the automatic seatbelt thing that would just come across.
Oh, you remember those? Or the seatbelt that when you shut the door, it would like roll up and like close.
Always clothesline.
Oh yeah,
choke you out like
every time.
it was the worst.
The hangman's noose coming for you. But
like
like that
that
was your
was-
mom's '95 Ford Tempo.
But like, tell me that's not like something crazy. I said,
That is crazy.
no, yeah, everybody
that's-
roll up your windows, and they all look at me like, roll up your windows. What are you talking about? I'm like,
Yeah, you had a.
I'm like,
you had a time machine
I'm like,
moment.
and that's when I go because I just immediately rolled up. I'm like, back in my day, we had to put our windows up with a crank. And
we
they're
walked
like,
5
"What are you
miles
talking-"
uphill both ways to shut the
Like, what are
windows.
you talking about, you crazy old man? I'm like, don't worry, just roll them up. They're like, how do we roll them up?
It's
Like,
crazy. It's crazy that even
so
like
they know what rolling up means. They don't know what rolling up the windows means.
Yeah.
A little different.
A little
Tidbit.
different. Yeah.
it's crazy how even the like internet has changed so much. Like
big
I
time.
remember like literally having to like yell at my mom, be like, "Hang up the phone!" I'm trying to chat with my friends.
My
like
house, we got a second phone line in our house just so that we could
just for
be
the
on
internet. Yeah. And like the crazy squelch that would happen when you like fired up the internet, like you had to like
Love that thing.
yeah, but like even like cell phones, right? Like
All right, we're going way too far back. I
we're
mean,
not
like,
because it was high school for me. I had a flip phone in high school.
dude.
You didn't have any cell phones.
Yeah,
you
I was
had
gonna
a
say.
you had a payphone in the lobby of
Dude, I did.
yeah.
We did. I legitimately had payphones.
Yeah.
Like,
You had to put a
I didn't
quarter
have-
in.
There was no cell phones when I was in high school.
There was
Like kids can't fathom that now. It's
they
hilarious.
finally took the payphone out of my high school my
That's a
senior
disservice
year.
to the kids.
Yeah. They should know how to dial. And I didn't have a quarter, so I actually called my mom collect one time
Oh, I called collect all the time.
to
I would call.
pick me up from school.
I called
But
my parents collect intentionally. It was
Oh,
always
see,
funny.
I did it because I
Every
was
time.
like, it was like record
Every
your
time.
name, and it was like, Mom, I forgot a quarter. Come pick me up right now.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
So it was like, you got a collect call from Mom. I got a quarter. I don't have a quarter. Come pick me up right now.
Yeah. Nope. Everybody did that. But I would call collect all the time intentionally just because I thought that was funny.
My
1-800-COLLECT.
oh,
Now that
remember the
is a
commercials for
company
1-800-COLLECT? There was like commercials for it, and these kids have no idea what 1-800-COLLECT is.
Man, all the commercials. Well, we grew up in the age of commercials.
Uh-huh.
Man, we had some doozies.
But like my older sisters got in trouble one time because they kept calling the psychic people
Oh yeah.
on the 1-800 like psychic lines, and like
Man, they made a killing.
oh the phone bill came in one month. I'll never forget. My dad opened the phone bill and he was like, there was two options because it just said 1-800 number or 1-900 number, and there were really only two options. One, the only boy in the house calling numbers that there were psychic numbers, and then the other numbers. Listeners, if you were born in
they said on those
the
numbers.
80s, and I don't
Like,
know because it wasn't me.
I never called either of those numbers. So like, what did Miss Cleo say?
That's
Like,
what
did
I-
Miss Cleo be like, "Hey, sugar, we what? Like, what did go? Because you remember the commercials?
remember
It was this Jamaican lady
I know.
who would get very irate that you weren't calling her.
Yeah, she
You know,
she
like-
did. She
like-
strong armed
Well-
you into calling.
Do you remember like during like either in like music videos or TV shows, like before they actually started making up like the 888-555?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And they would actually be phone numbers
Yeah.
at times. So when you call them, like it would either connect to like that TV show or that
Yeah.
music artist.
Oh yeah.
But like, or it would connect to some random person.
I
who
wonder
would
though,
then
like
change their phone
was
number.
Miss Cleo like or those sex lines like, is that just a pre-recorded message or was it like a flow chart? It's like press 1 if you have cheated on your lover and you're looking for advice. Press 2 if you aren't wearing pants and you're in Times Square. Press 3 if you're needing bail money. Press 4 if
Well,
what was it a flow chart or was it a pre-recorded message where you call? It's like, hey, it's Miss Cleo. I have sugar and I got this great jerk chicken which is delicious. Please come over here and your future. The stars say that it is blue. And there's a turtle in your future.
And some
I
people
love
like
how
that.
he just grabbed his mic for that entire
The whole
bit
thing.
right
But
there.
like-
Yeah, he
well, I
was
mean, 'cause
full-
that's what Miss Cleo
fully
does.
committed.
Miss Cleo, but I mean, like, was it a pre-recorded message where it was just a message, or was there a flow chart where? Because
No, I think you talk to people.
no
man.
chance.
Yeah, I don't think it was always Miss Cleo. Like you called her hotline and you got so.
Can you
I mean,
imagine being?
I can try to call my
I
older
wish.
sisters.
I
Like
wish that I got that job in high school where I was the guy on the other end of the line.
giving them their
They
fortune.
got to give the fortune and be like, oh man, I
You
would,
look like you give fortunes in an alley
You
right
do.
now for like $20 a fortune.
Oh, I didn't realize there was that much blue in there.
I didn't either. It's very
Yeah. That just happened.
Yeah, that was good. But yeah, my sisters got in big trouble because they were calling the Miss Cleo line.
well, at least it wasn't the other line that we know of.
It turns out she
we know
wasn't
of.
able to foresee my dad getting so mad at them for racking up like
Oh no, Miss Cleo
$100
saw
phone
it.
bill.
She thought it was hilarious.
yeah.
Yeah. But like, I wonder what the other lines were like. I mean, what if you're a girl?
Oh, they
And you're-
had those.
and you're
I
calling
think.
in.
No, they.
You know,
I
like-
think they had those.
Yeah, but it's like, press 1 for your steamy lover.
Probably.
Press
There was
2 for
It's a guy
Miss
dressed
Cleo.
like you. A guy dressed like
Yeah.
you. If you want hair tonic.
Yeah. I don't
Well, like
know.
the commercials on TV too are always trying to sell something, which is great. Like you could always buy the like the quarter made out of pure gold, and you're like, well, gold's on the rise. Buy your gold quarter
yeah.
now.
Listen,
Listen, it still is.
Still is on the rise. You would know because you
The bullion
Live-
bank.
you live in that time frame.
Bullion bank.
You know what's funny is
Nope.
like, no, comedy is way over your hat.
See?
Those are nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of
I
like,
put the dogs away.
yeah,
I just took my shoes off there.
you had a moment,
In a moment.
and you did the other day
I
too.
want to shout out to LL Bean for making the most comfortable slippers.
LL Bean sponsor us and give us all slippers.
I don't know what they would sponsor. I already have slippers. I don't need
Well,
them.
I want some.
I guess I could use them in a color.
See? So you had a moment the other day too, and I immediately put it in our show notes, and it was so funny. And so for our listeners, if you've been a listener for a long time, obviously you know we were partners in our last job. Now we're both technical high school teachers, and we co-teach.
I'm nervous.
You shouldn't be. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as last episode. I don't know. I'm gonna make Goose mad again. Like episode 2. Or you said something. Yeah. He just gives up.
Okay, episode 37.
That's right. No, you're 6'7".
Oh my God.
Remind
Is
me about
that
that
the
later. Yeah,
moment?
no, it wasn't that.
Oh,
No.
holy God. If I got to hear that again from a kid.
Yeah, teachers, the
I must hear,
fads are out there,
I must hear
man.
the term 6'7"
Every day.
80 times an hour.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
There is nothing
That's
to get.
the whole purpose
There's
of
nothing
it.
to get. It doesn't
That's
mean
the
anything.
point.
Okay.
Some idiot sang a song 4 years ago.
That's the point.
And they were like,
even Google doesn't get it.
no, Google AI is confused by it.
Like,
It was
That's
some
why
dude who
it's
sang a song.
funny.
He sang a song. The song is 4 years old. And like now everyone's like, oh, he said 6. And now
became
that's
like
all
a,
they
like a
say.
TikTok trend. Like,
So I
and just
screw with the
kickback.
kids. I'm
Yeah, I
like,
was gonna say, you did
today
the
is day
web-
6 of 7
Yeah.
of your cycle. The weather is
67 degrees and sunny
Like, oh, I
today.
screw with them all the time. I'm
And like you can see the veins in their
I'm like-
neck.
I'm
But
like,
you're
I'm-
like, it's 67 degrees. And they're like,
Unfortunately, the high score on the test was
I
a
need to
6
say it
7.
back. I need to say it back.
and they freak out. It's so funny. But that wasn't your moment the other day. That was the kids' moment. The kids.
What
have
was
moments.
Dave's moment?
So
I'm wondering myself.
So we co-teach EMT, and we were at an ambulance base, and we were doing our thing. We were talking about
the bill came to 6 7.
yeah, we were talking about
For pizza.
EMT stuff. I'm not going to bore the audience with all our EMT stuff. And out
I
of
think
nowhere,
they're already there.
probably. No, your suit is keeping them engaged today. Are you sweating in that bad boy?
I'm not. I'm very
It
comfortable.
breathes good.
This thing is amazing.
So he says,
I might just
in the
wear
middle of
this the rest
class,
the day.
I actually got to pull it out because I want to get the exact quote. Because you just had and like even after you said it, you were like, I don't know why I did that.
Uh-oh.
It wasn't that bad.
Sounds bad.
You can even
Mark
you,
says
you
it
can
sounds
even
bad.
you can even honk the old button when we get there if we want to. Wasn't that bad. So
I'm gonna have to find
out of
a-
nowhere,
find like a
we're
whole-
talking about stuff, and he
a
goes,
gaggle.
"Hey, listen, guys, if any of these light up, sorry, I don't know why I had to say it like that. If any of these things happen, we have to fix them in EMT." It was just like a moment of like you weren't with students anymore, like you were hanging out down here. We were talking about perfusion and like the 10 signs of perfusion. And you're like, think about them like lights on a board, and if these light up, do it again.
Yeah.
I'm the host. And you were like, and right away you just stopped and you were like, I didn't have to say it like that. And I don't know why I did. And it was just, you could tell in your, like that moment, your brain was in full wash cycle.
I was excited.
Yeah, you were doing, I didn't even stop you because you were in the moment.
I was excited.
You were having a moment. You were in the moment.
The students were engaged.
Yeah, they were.
Which is important. And
To be clear, viewers, he was not dressed like this. And if you're an audio only listener, jump on in.
why would you
and
ruin
see.
it for them?
That's because they got to know.
You just ruined it.
But yeah, no,
But,
you were crushing it. I didn't even stop you, but immediately I went into my phone right into our show notes and was like, "That's funny."
We
Well,
should.
yeah,
I feel like the
'cause
moment was the pizza thing. Like, so we.
Oh, the
like,
pizza was good.
So we, whenever. So we ordered a ton of pizza that day, and
Yep.
Ted and I split it. But we ordered a ton of pizza because we were teaching off site, and like it was a lunch and learn, which the kids had never heard that concept before, which I think was kind of funny too. But I wanted to keep going in the material because we were on a roll and like we were really crushing. Like we're getting ahead. We're getting ahead in the material, which is awesome. And like these kids are really absorbing
doing a
the
great
material better than any class before them. But it's like our thought is like, yes.
What is a lunch and learn?
Oh my God,
dude?
it's where you eat lunch.
You eat lunch
And
while
you
you're
keep
learning, dude.
learning.
It's literally in the name.
I thought you like had to go to lunch. Isn't that like a requirement?
No, we bought them lunch.
No, we bought them lunch. So the way we did it is we brought the pizza, and these kids had
This buffoon.
apparently.
Dude, I would
they're on the
if
same
my
level
teacher
as
told
that.
me I had to stay in class and eat lunch, I'd be like, nah.
Well, so
Well,
we
they
were-
couldn't go
so-
anywhere because we brought them to
Yeah,
an
yeah.
ambulance base. So,
So
where
we
were they going to
weren't
go?
at we weren't at
Okay,
the class.
well,
But so we
thank you
brought
for
so we
thank
brought
you.
pizza.
Didn't
in.
know that.
We brought pizza in. All the kids grabbed 2 or 3 or 10 slices, however many they grabbed, and they bring them back to their seats. And I keep going with the lesson, and like these kids' minds are blown. It's like, wait a minute, we can't just eat. I'm like, lunch and learn. You're eating lunch that Mr. and I paid for. There's a bleep that we paid for.
Yeah.
and you are going to learn because we paid for your lunch. And
Yeah.
so
But anyway, I feel like that
No,
was that was
yeah, it wasn't a bad moment. It was just like you were like,
I was passionately
yeah, you
teaching.
were there. And
So,
just, but like,
so
you're-
I want to actually, I feel like that is, you are frequently the one that reaches out to our followers and says, hey, follow us on our socials. Hey, if anybody out there, I'm going to, for the first time.
Oh, my goodness.
In our 36 episodes that we've been on, for the first time, I'm going to reach out. Teachers, what was your passionate moment where you were so on your soapbox about the class? The class is all engaged, they're all following you, and you had a slip oops because you were so passionate, where you had a vocabulary oops that you probably wouldn't say in a normal class. Not probably, you definitely wouldn't say in a normal class. You definitely wouldn't have said in front of your admin. You definitely wouldn't have said in front of a parent. Thank God that it was bleeped out. However, but if you had a moment where you're literally that passionate about teaching, and the students are that engaged, and everybody's like enjoying it, and like you're all in that moment, and like you just are rolling, and
Boom.
then boom, something came out, and you just kept rolling with it. Like, what was that for you?
Yeah.
Because I feel like
That's good.
I feel like it's not always a word.
No,
like
no,
so,
no.
like you know, sometimes you're like, oh my God, I got this personal story to tell, and like, you know, like. I can only imagine that somebody has come out with something like that. Like I've told stories in my life. The crazy thing to me, and now we're going off on a tangent.
that's all right.
But the crazy thing.
That's
to
what we're
me-
here for, buddy.
The crazy thing to me is, and I know you have had a few of this, but me. So for the listeners out there, this might come as a shock, as I'm in a Willy Wonka costume. Is that
It is a Willy Wonka costume.
We called it. He
I
denied it.
have a house plant at home, and we are very entertaining. But like when I go to school, like I feel like I was made for this job. Like
You were.
all the stuff that we've done in our lives. My EMT work, my disaster work, dispatch, the police department, and fire department, even my experiences in high school, traveling. Like I feel like these students know more about me. Like my seniors who have experienced my stories in my life for 4 years, they know more about me than most of the people in my life.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like that's such a gift for them and for me. Like to
Absolutely.
know that I have 18 or 17 human beings that know me more than anybody else in my life. But not only that, like they have the values that I learned my whole life. Like those students, they're like, whatever they think of me, they have the most fair version of me because they know everything I've been through. They know the type of person I am. They know the type of lifestyle I lead. They know some of the stories of my life. They know where I've made mistakes.
Right.
And
I think that's an important part
because
too.
you use them as examples. you know?
Absolutely.
But like, I just feel like that is a wow thing for teachers. Like, and there has to be other teachers out there like this, but like, it's just crazy.
I think most of them are because
It's
that's
crazy
real
that-
teaching.
It's crazy that they know more about me than a lot of people in my life, like because they've heard the stories, from EMT and from all, like they've heard the stories that other people haven't heard,
right.
and and you tell them these things, these personal things, because you're trying to teach a lesson, or you're trying to teach a concept, or you're trying to teach a value,
Right,
and
right.
there's no other way to explain it to them than how you failed to learn it,
Mhm.
or what significant event in your life took it for you to learn it, and so like it's just crazy to me, like hey, I had this person die on me in the ambulance. This is how I learned this lesson, and they're like, wow, but like they hear all of those stories, and so I don't know, it just seems. I don't know. I got on a passionate tangent.
No, and you were that day, and
it's
like,
crazy
it wasn't
though
a bad
that
thing.
they know more about me than most of the people in my life.
And
It's
like,
crazy.
and the thing is, I think
I love
actually, me too, and it's the same for me. And I think that most teachers are really
know.
like that.
I
See,
don't know if they are so here's the thing. Like I don't get out much of my class. Like so when I first started, they would have you sit in another teacher's class in your down periods and shadow and see what they did. And that was awesome. I love that. I wish I could do that every day. Because I like watching how other teachers teach.
Yeah, I like to think that like most of us out there doing this job are in that same passion. And please do DM us when you had your crazy moment. But it
What does
wasn't
that
like
mean?
it wasn't a crazy
Is
moment.
that rolling your windows up?
Yeah. Message us on our socials. Hit us up about Dave's moment. But it really wasn't a bad moment.
Type
it really was.
your
I could
messages
tell.
on a typewriter and mail
And
them to us to
our
our address
our
is Pierce
fan-
Brosnan at
Our fan mail address. But no, that brings me to my next point.
He hasn't written back, by the way, Goose. I'm really upset about that.
I know.
Sucks.
It's a sad day, dude.
My legend, my hero.
Yeah, but it brings
We
me to
just
my
watched
next point.
Dante's Peak again in class, and I'm really upset that Pierce hasn't reached.
Yeah, we just watched ours too. But you brought up a good moment and actually segues into the next part because like you are a unique teacher. And again, out there, I'm sure there's a million of you like the Daves of the world. And, I appreciate you saying that about me, who really in a professional way, of course, blend giving them my personal story and understanding, like I truly am lucky to be their teacher.
Yeah, me too.
And
Best job I ever had.
it really is. And that brings me to the next part because this is really a shout out to you. This big test stress in our lesson is you actually, because you've been doing this a couple years longer than me, and I wanted to give you a shout out actually. You do such a great job, and I've kind of modeled myself after it. When our students, whether it's EMT, if they're doing something really, really hard, you do such a great job of reassuring them. And that's so important as a teacher, right? Because
What do you mean?
you actually said this.
What do you mean?
So you said when I first started, teaching the stuff is the easy part, right? Teaching the stuff, if you know what you're talking about, is the easy part. It's teaching that resilience. It's teaching that, hey, if it sounds cliche, but if you fall down, you got to get back up and you got to keep trying. And you do such a great job of when the kids are about to encounter something, and you've been teaching EMT for over 20 years, but it's not lost on you, which I think is amazing. So many people, after teaching something for so long, it's so easy to get complacent and be like, well, this is the lesson, this is this is that, and just, and you kind of just, you're on a track. But it's never lost on you. And it's always amazing to me when I am teaching it with you and doing it with you is those pivotal moments in the class, those really difficult moments, like the test that our kids just took.
Yeah.
You always take the time to reassure them that regardless of the number that spits out on the other side of that test, that it's not only not over, it's not even that we are just at the beginning. And you say this too, and I love it. You say, I don't need you to know this now. I need you to know this in May. And to see the stress melt off of them because of the reassurance you give them, I think is lost sometimes in teaching because we're so used to teaching our thing. And I understand it really well, but they don't. And that's not their fault because they're just learning it. We as teachers have to remember sometimes big test stress. These kids are going through this for the first time and they believe that the number that spits out on the other side completely defines them.
Yeah. So that's
And you do such a great job of that. And I wanted to shout you out on that because I want all teachers out there, if you listen to us, we do a lot of funny stuff and dress like Willy Wonka sometimes, but man, is it so important. One thing you say could either unravel a kid and then they end up doing worse on that thing that you want them to know, or you boost them up because the important part is wanting them to really understand it. And you do a great job of that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So the test he's referring to, Mark, is we had an anatomy and physiology test for the EMT class. So we're one of the few high schools that is teaching, two high schools, that is teaching the emergency medical technician class in high school. I mean, that's a junior level college class. It's very, very, very hard. Mm-hmm. And so, these students, they appreciate the fact that how hard it is and how good they're doing. But, these tests are extremely hard and, they're not going to get good scores. That's just not going to happen, And so I told them just before the test, which they didn't know, they've been studying their butts off. I told them just before the test, I said, the highest score I've ever gotten on this test from any student in 20 years is a 92. And all the kids were like, what? And I said, last year, 5 students got their EMT license and they scored a 70, a 71, and a 73. And that was their scores on this test.
Is that passing, like 70?
Sure,
Yeah.
barely. And so, but like, that's what these kids, so these kids were freaking out. I'm like, so I all you need to do is do your best and you'll be fine. But the other crazy thing to me is that high school kids, they don't know how to take multiple choice question tests. Standardized testing, they're still learning all that. And it's very interesting to me because I used to teach college, is that how it's adapted. So high school kids, you have to explain to them that if you don't know the answer, can you rule 2 of the answers out? Because otherwise, they literally will just pick one of the 4, even if they know it's wrong. They're like, I might as well just guess. Even if they've ruled 2 out, they won't guess between the 2 they know it's not. Like they'll guess out of the 4. It's like, whoa. You know that 2 of those aren't right. But I appreciate that. Yeah, there was a huge test, and so I also, which I don't know if you saw, I wanted to kind of pump the kids up a little bit after that, and so almost like the police academy, and I'm sure it's like the military is once you're hard on somebody, you beat them up. Just a small bit of encouragement or a half a smile, and it hits their soul. So, for instance, I'll remember in the police academy, like on day 1, you'll be beating these new recruits up. You're dumping their stuff out in the hall. They're doing push-ups,
yelling,
sit-ups, all that stuff.
screaming.
They're standing at attention. You see somebody who's like, they're standing at attention, but you can see they're kind of shaking a little bit. Like you've gone a little bit too far. Not too far, but they're at that.
Yeah,
that point.
they're feeling that spot.
That's when you go up to them, the side in their ear, and you say, "You're doing just fine. Keep it together. You got this." And you walk by, and for them to hear that from a drill instructor is like life changing. It's like, wow, that drill instructor, the guy that's beating everybody up, just told me I got it and I'm doing good. You know what I mean? And so what I did was this test was 40 questions, and then there was a 1-page handout for extra credit. Every single student, they would finish the 40 questions. They said, when you're done, you close your Chromebook, you put it away, and that will be my signal that you're ready for the extra credit. And I'll come and I'll give you the paper. It's a handout. I don't know if you saw this. Every single kid, I would put it face down on their desk, and I would keep my fingers on it. And when they were going to pull it over, my fingers were still on the paper. They would look up at me, and I'm like, "You got this." And I would walk away. And that's all it took for them to smile back. And I'll be damned if not a single kid didn't like look at the paper and start smiling and start writing and like focus immediately. And I'm like,
well, that's the thing.
That's all it took was that couple fingers on the paper, a small smile, like, "You got this." And he believes in me.
Yep.
And man, what a difference that made.
And not only did I notice,
and they did great on it.
They did. And they all did great on the test.
They did.
They're all going to get there. And not only did I notice that is, because we had our own setup and I was taking kids out to go wait in another area of the university so kids could test and be, have a quiet.
We did.
But I did notice that because the first kid that gave it, but then as I was walking by, I'd see a couple kids, either yours or mine, and I could just see internally that they were screaming. And I would just walk by, little hand on their shoulder, slow down. Because they were starting, because they all do it. You can't undo it in high school. The first kid that finishes and they hear that backpack zip up, in their head they go, "Oh, I should be finishing right now." So
you hear me say that? I said it out loud a couple times. I'm like,
matter.
"Guys, no rush. We're here for 3 hours no matter what." And we're like a half hour in. It's like, and the kid that's been studying for 6 days, is like, he's done. Is done. And it's like, I'm like, "We're here 3 hours no matter what. You might as well look it over."
Right.
Well, I said that at the beginning.
Yeah, 100%.
I said because
they can't process.
So
that
I wanted
they're so scared.
I wanted to make the kids that were gonna finish last feel not embarrassed about finishing last.
Yes,
because we're sending the kids out of the room. So what I did was, as I said at the beginning, I said, "Look, the people that score the best on this test are likely going to be the last ones here." I said, "Here's why. Because they're the ones that finish the test, and rather than click submit, they're going to scroll back up and they're going to reread through their answers and see if they did it right." And so
what you said was actually amazing. You said,
so that worked
"You're
out
not
well.
being slow, you're being thorough." And that made a difference. And but I walked by a couple kids after seeing you do that.
And
paper
one of the
thing.
highest scores was actually one of the last 4 in the room.
I walked by and I said, "Slow down. You're doing all right." And just those little things, though. And I think,
appreciate that.
And
cool.
I just want to throw that out because it is an awesome thing that you do.
It's a good
and
tip for other teachers too.
And if you're a new teacher, especially a new teacher,
especially if you're a hard teacher, so if you're a hard teacher. If you're, by the way, let me just tell you about homework. I'm not gonna tell you because we had an ad break and stuff, but I have a teacher in our school that is giving mountains, voluminous. There's a word for you.
Oh, that is
voluminous. By the way, search the word voluminous and look at the images searches because I feel like that'd be weird. Anyway, I don't know why.
Don't mix it up with voluptuous.
But voluminous amounts of homework.
Yeah.
To our students, and I'm like,
and I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, no, it's okay. And like one of the students brought their homework to me, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of work. And they're like, no. I'm like, they're like, this is just yesterday. I said, and like I processed it and I started looking. I'm like, well, let me see this. And like, no,
It's a lot.
this is like and I don't even know, like, what do you do about that? Like, do you like
I
how
don't
do
know,
you,
man.
like,
That's a good
they gotta
question.
have a supervisor. Like we're talking like an unreasonable amount of homework. Like,
And it's not like an ECE. It's not like a
No,
college ECE class,
no,
AP class,
no.
or
And
something
I'm
like that.
And I feel bad for these students because it's not just one student; it's multiple
Right,
students.
right,
and I'm
right.
like, wow, that's a lot of homework. Like that's
That's not as fun as I
that's
thought.
that's sort of that's
Yeah.
like that's almost unreasonable.
And like
but,
to your point,
but they're stressed. They got a lot of stuff going on.
and to your point that teachers, especially if you're a new teacher, if you know, and it's
But if you're a hard teacher,
and there's nothing wrong with being
like,
a hard teacher.
all it takes is a smile to be
Take
like
a second.
to tell the kid, hey,
you're
just
doing
want
all
you to
right.
know, like and the other
Or if you're an
cool-
AP teacher, an ECE, like college teacher, like all it takes sometimes to like melt that internal screaming that's happening to them and
I
not to
internally
you.
scream all the time.
Me too. But like all it takes is that one, hey, you're gonna be just fine.
Yeah.
Take a second, and
I'm still
you
waiting
do
for
a
my
great
house
job at
plan
that.
to do
And
that to
and
me.
to finish this section off, as I kept it till the end, is because I was down there with the kids who were finished, is they were all talking about exactly that. They said, man, we are like, literally, I overheard them. I didn't interrupt. I was on my computer. I was doing some work, and they were sitting around there, like, they were all talking about how lucky they were to be getting this class from you.
That's
And
cool.
I'm not going to put myself on the soapbox. That makes me internally scream. They're like, we're really lucky to have us as a team because we understand them and we get them and we give them that grace when they're feeling really, really stressed or really low because they just want to do well.
Yeah.
And the cool part is like they were talking about it because they were over by the screens. They were going to, get something to eat or whatever. And there was a college student standing there, and they overheard them. They said, well, what are you guys doing? Like they could tell they were in high school, and because they had just said something to me, and I was like, yeah, that's fine if you want to get, nothing's open yet, but if you want to get whatever.
Right.
The college student was like, can I ask what you guys are doing? They're like, oh yeah, we're taking the EMT class, and today like we had anatomy and physiology. And seriously, the girl's like, no kidding. She's like, I'm in anatomy and physiology right now.
Yeah, that's cool.
And they were like, and they connect over it. And the college student was so impressed. They're like, she's like, well, where are you in A and P? They're like, oh, we're done. We've moved on. Because we do A and P in 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
In a college, you take it for 3 months. It's a whole semester. She goes, wait, what? She goes, they're like, oh yeah, we're moved on. We're on to perfusion. We're moving.
Pathophysiology.
Yeah. And they're like, but she was so impressed in that.
That's
so
cool.
between you encouraging them and taking that big test stress off of them, and then this college student who was so impressed with the fact that like I'm still working on what systems of the body, and they're like, oh yeah, I just took a test on that. It did pump them up.
That's
So
cool.
I wanted to give you the credit
cool.
for that because it really is cool, man. So
Thanks, buddy.
Do you guys go to the college just to get them like
Yeah,
off
we
campus?
just do it out of
Okay.
So first of all,
that's cool. Like
our local university is awesome because they partner with us.
Mhm.
So they give us classroom space, so that way we can get the kids out on a college campus. It, honestly, it's a different environment. So we're not in the classroom at our school; we're in a college. And when you bring kids to a college, they start to behave collegiate.
yeah.
And not in like the fraternity kind of way, but like in
No,
well,
but
some of them.
it pumps them
like,
up.
But like they feel like they're doing college level learning, which they are, and they start like processing and behaving more adult. It's cool. It's just
Well,
a
even
way
the
for us
group of
to
students, like,
do
and
that.
they're so respectful. It's so cool because they know there's other college classes going on. Like, so I had a group that went out, like, 'cause we gave them a half an hour to study before the test, and they were sitting out in like the common area of the building we were in, the academic building they were in. They were sitting in the couches, and they looked like college kids. They
Yeah.
were like, they had all their notes out,
Yeah.
and I went out just to check on them. I was like, hey, you guys, just make sure this. They're like, yeah, but we're just feeling like we get it now. Why you want us to be quiet? And that was a cool connection part too. They're like,
yeah.
because we're actually in a quiet spot and we're studying and like
Yeah.
we get to it. So it makes them it's a change of scenery. B, it makes them
They're
feel
learning.
like they're learning.
Literally every
We're
second
doing
of
the
day.
job right.
I
They're
just-
actually learning, but it's a nice change of scenery rather than like being stuck in the high school learning something that's far beyond their high school years. to put them in a setting that's like, this is where you would take this class. And that's a really cool thing. And I wanted to pump you up because you do a great job, man. I'm lucky to be your partner, brother.
Thanks, buddy. We have fun.
Let's take a break from this episode and do some ads. How about that, buddy?
Sure. Okay, we're taking a break from our episode here to talk about our sponsor, Red Planet Resorts. Have you ever dreamed of swapping Earth's routine for the red sands of Mars? Well, welcome to Red Planet Resorts, your ticket to a luxurious, immersive Martian adventure without ever leaving your home. With a 26-month virtual journey, you'll embark on a 7-month interstellar voyage aboard the Starship Galileo. You'll spend a year at a high-end resort on Mars, and then you'll return for another 7-month journey back to Earth, all while enjoying cutting-edge safety systems, full medical suites, and gravity-simulating comfort. There's several packages you can choose from for your trip to Mars. There's a level A luxury suite. There's level B with your classic journey with a work exchange program. It's just really, really, really cool. Our resort destinations, we have several. We have Olympus Mons. We have Valles Marineris. I still don't know how NASA pronounces it. But we offer breathtaking landscapes, popular excursions like lava tube exploration, crater treks, and more. It's more than a virtual getaway, though. It's an ultimate disconnect, a way to explore and make your mark on human history. Hundreds of 5-star reviews rave about the perfect blend of relaxation, adventure, and imagination. One guest called it the perfect mix of relaxation and exploration. Highly recommend. So, are you ready to make your interplanetary travel a reality? Well, head to redplanetresorts.com and use the promo code non-professional development at checkout, and you get 20% off your Martian journey today. Who says you can't be chasing your dreams just a little out of this world?
You have docks important and old you need to keep safe from humidity and mold? Worried about your tools getting rusty from air that's wet and musty? If you have any box, bin, or cases where dankness could lead to stankness, you need a Dry Tote. Dry Tote is a reusable solution that keeps your totes totally dry. Dry Tote's uber dry silica beads can literally suck a shot glass worth of water right out of the air. Just a simple packet that totally sucks. Humidity, that is. And each Dry Tote comes with this little wetness indicator that tells you when it's sucked up all the humidity it can, and it just can't suck no more. Then you recharge it. No, Carl from North Dakota, you don't plug it in. You toss it in the microwave or leave it in the sun until that color turns back to blue. Dry Tote keeps your stuff drier than a Mormon bishop on a Sunday.
What the heck, hon? This isn't root beer.
Oh, hello. Oh, it's the Atacama Desert. You know, the driest desert in the world? They want their dryness back. But you don't need the Atacama deserts. You can get your own dryness at drytote.com. Buy them in packs of 5 to 50 and drop them in your boats, RVs, totes, bins, boxes, basements, closets, safes, toolboxes, ammo boxes, holes with foxes, camera cases, gear cases, and just about any places. Drytote.com. Keep your stuff a totes dry.
Welcome back to the episode, everybody. Make sure you check out our awesome sponsors, by the way. They are great. They hook us up with awesome stuff. And seriously, 10% off. It sounds pretty good to me,
My
buddy.
shampoo smells good.
It does. I could smell it all the way from
You
over
smell
here.
it?
Yeah, it's good.
I smell it in the fedora. This isn't a fedora, is it?
Nope.
No.
What is it? Top
It's a top hat.
That's a top hat for sure. Fedora would be shorter.
That's what I need.
You do.
A top
I
hat
need
or
a whole
fedora?
series of top hats.
Yes. And you would look great for picture day.
That was a segue.
That was
I didn't
that
see
was as
coming.
clean as I could make
You
it.
just punched me in the side of the face, my friend.
So, dude, I don't know how it is at your school. At my school, picture day is the most intense national holiday.
Well, they announced it,
the
like,
girls
weeks
are
ahead.
freaking out, but it doesn't matter. That
have
day
fake
is
eyelashes.
D-Day. Yeah, they're freaking out. Like, so we actually had.
I should wear fake eyelashes to picture day. See what
You
the kids
should.
say.
Oh, so we
Just
were
like
actually on.
absurd fake eyelashes.
Yeah,
Like
we were on
you know, like
production.
4 inches long.
The
4 inches
Looney
long,
Tunes character.
curled, actually like combed up into my hair.
Yeah. We were on production and my kids were so mad because they were like, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna be back at like 12:45. They're like, our pictures are at 1. What are we supposed to
we had
do? They're
so we had the
freaking
same
out.
thing, and we went.
I think I was with you.
we went before we did our pictures before we left for the day. So they did that, and then we left.
Oh, see,
So
no, I told them I didn't matter.
Have you guys ever seen the montage of the teacher who did the same picture or the same outfit for 40 years?
I did that. I've been doing that now. I'm on year 9.
That's so awesome.
I'm on year 9, and I have the exact same picture for 9 years in a row.
Really?
So not only that, but they print the new picture every year on my school ID. I'll get a picture of it, and I'll send it to you, Mark, for this episode.
All right.
But it's literally 9 years of the exact same
I love
thing,
that.
and it
So
looks,
you are this guy.
my entire top row looks exactly the same.
I'm just so curious
that.
about like during certain years of his life, like why he decided to like either change his position or he has a little smirk.
No,
Oh,
that's that's
or-
the picture company,
That's the
dude.
picture
You know
company.
that's the picture.
So like this year they
Is it though?
This year
Yeah.
And this dude's trolling 100%.
no, this year they
No.
had all of us stand. So
Oh, you had to stand.
every
I had
year,
to sit like this.
every
And they-
year-
I had to do. They were like, put your
Same.
hands on your lap, and I
Same.
was like,
so every year you sit on a 45-degree angle, or whatever. This year they had you stand and face that angle. And to be honest, this thing was a production machine. I mean, they had kids in and out of there in 20 seconds.
oh yeah, our kids, yeah,
because
they were,
you're standing,
they
like
were
so
cooking.
there's no time delay. Like these kids were in and out of there. But
I'm trying to remember if
I sent
sat or
I sent
stood.
you a picture.
Oh, I
of-
always had it. Dude, remember the elementary? So my elementary school one.
I sent you a picture of the
Yeah.
kid that showed up for mine.
Oh yeah, dude,
You gotta
pull that
that
up,
picture.
dude.
A kid showed up
yeah.
to mine for
Do you
a
remember
picture
when you
then.
were in elementary school? Did they ever have like the thing, like the church banister? You had to like
No.
put your arms on and put your face
Oh,
on.
I've had to
that
do
was-
yeah, in like
no.
elementary school.
That
and,
was
like,
if you
had to,
had
like,
if you paid
Yeah.
extra.
No,
no,
dude,
no,
that was just
no,
my-
no.
that was-
It was like
There's no Ted's Time Machine today, but that was mine. Like,
it was literally like the elementary school like
it was like a church banister.
No, I'm all set with that. I'm not banistering.
I'm not banistering for my picture,
Is
dude.
it
Pull
this
up
kid?
his.
So
Yeah.
that's how the kid showed up to school. Is literally just a
the chain is
sweatshirt.
the chain's
the chain.
awesome.
The chain makes.
He
yeah.
looks like an NFL player coming in for like, when they come in for like game day and like Cam Newton is dressed like
You know what the best
like,
part is
like your
is-
crazy aunt who
is
drinks
like,
at
like this kid
2
was
a.m.
he's hilarious. He's one of my favorite kids.
The
But,
shoes
like,
are
so
crazy.
he walks
dude.
in. I just shake my
Are those
head.
heels?
I just shake my head. I smile, and like he's waiting for me to tell him like you got to
Like
change.
dress
You can't
code?
wear that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, good luck.
So were the shoes for picture day or
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he also
More
is
because-
is holding.
But anyway, he made it.
boots.
And the funny part is I pretended that I didn't see anything. You can close that. I pretended I didn't
That's
see
great.
anything.
For
And
our
hands.
audio, hold on, for our audio only.
He had a gold chain.
Yeah, he's wearing like he looks like an NFL player coming in,
gold chain,
like
cheetah print shoes.
yeah, cheetah print shoes.
But so-
jump on our
But
let's post. We'll put it on
Yeah.
our our socials and stuff. That'll be funny.
Well, we're gonna have to block out the school.
Yeah,
Anyway,
we'll do
But
it.
like,
yeah.
well,
That's
that's
why
what
I'm
he's
here.
for.
it moved though. Anyway, oh yeah, that's true. Anyway, so we go to the picture thing, and like, like I'm running a full block. I want the kid to get this pictures. Like I feel like this kid earned this. Like in
You
my
threw a
brain
pick for him.
In my brain, I'm like, I hope he gets it. I hope he does it right. It's like knowing full well that the picture people are gonna like, by a guy you can't right. So we walk by, and oh my god, I hope they don't hear this, but like a higher, not an admin, but somebody in the school that would normally have
got
the
some
authority
power.
to say that it was walking, and I moved in front of the kid, so it was like a block.
Yeah,
But like not defending, but it was definitely a block, right? And so the kid gets by, and he looks back.
that's why
at
you're
me,
a great teacher,
looks
man.
back at me, and he smiles. I'm like, legend, man, do it, right? So I'm rooting for you. So sure enough, they call his name, and he goes in, and like he looks back at me, and I look at him, and like we locked eyes for a moment. We're both like, is this gonna happen? Is this gonna happen? Right? And so he goes in. The look on his face, he's like, they did it, they took it. He's like, there was one picture, one take, they did it. I'm like, dude, you're a legend, you are a legend. And he walked by, and I'm like, that's gonna be in his yearbook.
See,
I'm like,
it's
legend,
so funny
legend.
that
Good
like
for him.
yearbooks have come such a long way of like what you do for them and like how funny and cool it is. Let's show everybody on the planet how not cool it used to be.
Yeah.
So I made everybody on this show. So for all of our listeners, I forced Dave and I forced Goose and myself to send in our senior pictures. And
So I had professional pictures taken. I remember that, and they're on my parents' mantle of my senior
Yeah,
year,
buddy.
But these were not them.
Okay.
This was the school.
Oh, this was a school one. Okay.
The school one.
Mine was
Plus-
the senior
plus
photos,
mine
probably
were-
at the same biz. What was the business?
Art Rich.
Art Rich. Everybody knows Art Rich.
Well,
He's-
is that like just that's just a Connecticut thing, right?
or like, okay, anywhere
is
in the
just-
country,
it is-
you're
I
like
know him, yeah.
prototypical senior pictures where like they have a setup. They're like, you can either do our gazebo shots.
I wish I went to.
or you can go to our
I
fake
might have. I
beach
don't
over
remember.
here.
I actually made one of his sets.
That's funny.
He
I
had
don't
me,
remember.
he had me do like a graffiti
Really?
mural.
Well, let's
It's
show
still
off our not cool senior pictures.
Mine's great. I don't know. What
Yours
you're talking
actually is fine, dude.
Who are we starting with?
Let's start with me.
You look thrilled to be alive.
Let's
Naz.
start with me, and I'll explain mine. Oh, there we go.
Oh, you look like Chandler from what's that?
Is your peers?
Yeah. So
I feel like
okay.
there's only one Chandler, which from
So
Friends.
I have
like
to-
you're Chandler in high school.
I have to say this
You look
again
pissed.
for our audio
look so
only
pissed.
listeners. You got to jump on our YouTube. You got to take a peek at this.
Like
These
you
are our
might
senior
have
pictures.
a
We'll put them on our
lower
socials too.
hairline than you need
I
to.
really don't want this back on social media.
Oh, it's
because I
going.
finally scrubbed the internet of
Nope.
this, but now it's back.
It's forever going to be there.
So here
Man,
I am.
that's
My
rough.
hair is dyed black, by
What's
the way.
your shirt?
Your
Avengers.
Yeah, I made a no.
It kind of looks
no.
like the Half-Life logo. To be
No,
honest with you.
so I dyed my hair black for this picture. I had pierced my own ear, much to my mother's chagrin. Again, sorry,
What
mom,
word
if
did
you're
you just
listening.
use?
Much to my mother's chagrin.
I got
Not-
nothing.
Oh wow,
that
that was a
is that
lot
a
of
word?
sad. Okay, my mom was pissed.
Because you're not smiling. So
Yeah, so
I
had
know your
pierced
mom.
my
Yeah.
Senior year.
Yeah. So I had pierced my own. Oh, maybe this was junior year. I don't know. No, because that's a yearbook picture. The blue in the background tells me. I think my hair was longer for
One
my
ear
senior
looks
year.
bigger than the other.
Probably, dude. Because it's being weighed down by the stupid earring that I.
No, that's the smaller ear.
it is a
Oh.
smaller area.
I think
See?
that's the angle.
It's not just me.
Um,
Also,
what
your
do you-
hairline
what do
is
you
like
mean the
literally at
angle?
your
It's-
eyebrows.
It's dead on.
I'm just saying this.
yeah. No, I'm not. I'm
Oh,
not.
the
I'm not
zoom in.
psyched about. This was my idea, but I'm becoming less and less psyched by this by the second. So yeah, I dyed my hair black. I was in my my 2000s emo
Listen,
phase.
So
That was a skateboarding company. I don't know what. I think it's a Star. I think it was a
So,
skateboarding
I-
company.
Oh,
So-
Anarchy or something.
so-
something like
yeah,
that.
probably.
On
which
that one
which
moment.
tracks to my whole angst and general malaise.
So on that one moment, in a positive teacher moment thing,
Yeah.
stopping on this picture is in the EMT class, Mark, we just went through about lifespan
development. Yeah.
right, lifespan development and where people are at certain ages and how
Where
the
am I right there,
adolescent-
buddy?
Hold on, and where the adolescent years, how people are
Stop
go
zooming
back
in on it.
go back in. But I'm talking something serious for a minute. But like how experimenting with your image is a thing, and
Yeah.
you should be experimenting with your image in high school in the adolescent years. So like I brought something up to the kids about how like okay, today you're a grunge rapper, right? Tomorrow you could be emo. The next day you're the nerd. Like you could be whatever you want any single day. And like in this image, Ted is one of those things.
Yeah.
And like we don't know what Ted looked like the day before or the day after.
Oh, it was the same.
Or
Yeah, it was.
It was the
But-
same.
I know, Ted. It was.
but like that's something that like I think that we take for granted as adults is like the fact that in high school and even now,
Yeah.
like today, I'm Willy Wonka and I can be Willy Wonka. Like you can literally be anything you want
Yeah.
the next day. And so like if you have a kid that is like changing their image, like I think that's super important first of all. So like I just
No,
had a
you're right.
student who changed their hairstyle. And it's super important to be like, oh my God, that looks so
Looks
good.
great.
Like
Yeah.
because like that could literally make or break
Yeah.
a kid's life. Like if you're not
Yeah,
Like,
to your
you know
point,
what
my
I mean?
mom, when
Like-
I was like, I need to dye my hair black before this picture, my mom was like, dude, your hair is already dark brown. And I was like, I need to do this. She was like, all right, dude, let it rip. And so there's me.
your mom did not say let
did
it
you
rip.
dye it or was it your sister?
No, my mom did it for
Oh,
me.
your mom.
Your
Okay.
mom
Um,
didn't say let it rip.
I'll
no,
call that
no,
woman
she
right
did.
now. She definitely said
She
let it
did?
rip.
Really?
Um,
Wow.
And that might be junior year. That might not be senior year.
Show mine, Goose.
But I'm
Pull
just
mine up.
saying, look at this glow up.
Pull mine up.
For our, if you ever have a young listener listening to us, that glow up can happen. Let's look at
mine
let's look at Dave here.
Oh jeez. See, I wore a suit.
Who cut your hair?
Wore a suit. Look at that tie.
Dude, when was
Got a
this? Was
tie.
this senior year?
I don't know.
Why is it still
this
black
was-
and white,
this was
dude?
senior year. I grew up at an age that you did not.
That's
I didn't have
true.
internet or cell phones in this
Neither
picture.
did I,
Actually, I
but
had internet in this
It looks
picture.
like it was printed with one of those like really old like pop flash cameras. Where
Remember?
like,
Do you remember the episode when we were looking at like the
Zoom
old?
out a little bit. Like
Yeah.
I like the go.
Oh,
It's a
back
great
to,
picture.
Go back to the full
I just
image.
wish you. I just
Your
wish
bangs are
around
cut
your-
a
Go
little
back
around
to
your-
the
little
full
wonky.
image. There you go. Like that makes a difference.
Do you remember when the episode when we looked at like the weird Easter bunnies
Listen,
and like
I wore a
those
suit.
like the grayscale
I wore
pictures?
a suit. You wore a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I
No,
just
you
wanna
look
leave it
great.
there.
No, you do look
You look a little bit like in this picture, and it's a good thing. You look a little bit like in your younger days. You look a little
I
bit like
definitely look like in my younger days.
I think the actor
A nice
is
smile.
Haley Joel Osment, the kid who was in what's the Bruce Willis movie?
Die Hard.
No,
The
not
Sixth
that. The Sixth Sense. Yeah, you look like the kid from The Sixth Sense in here.
Bloated and older.
Well,
Did
I
you
wasn't
have to
gonna
wear a
say
suit?
no, he just
No, I just.
this man just bought a tuxedo on the internet an hour ago.
Yeah. it's
No,
cool.
dude, you look like a happy senior night. So like I was angsty and mad, and
Well,
you're
let's
like,
go to Mark, who's the best picture
this
of all
one's
of us.
such. Dude, we're gonna end on this. This is crazy, dude. Like this is like so. Before, oh, there it is. Wow, there's
look
the
like-
and the Art Rich in the
You
bottom.
look like he looks like oh my god, what's
You
the
look
guy
like a-
from? He looks like all of the episodes of Fast and Furious combined.
yeah.
like
If all of them, all of the cars crashed
all of the
together, and that's who
actors-
came out.
All of the actors in Fast and Furious, if they were AI put together in one image, that's Mark.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, it's
Like
it's
he
true.
is all of the characters in the Fast and Furious.
If you put
into
Vin
one
Diesel and
face.
all of them together,
yeah, in one face.
Yep.
That was. I mean, mine just like I'm just dressed the way I am because I was like, I'm just joining the army. I'm good. I don't
dressed
I don't
like
care
that
at all.
every
Like
day.
Yeah. It's that's it. See, yours
He's
is
on a therapist's couch too, which is a little odd.
Yeah.
But it's like they foresaw the future.
I was gonna say foreshadowing. That was good.
I'm jealous. He's the only
No,
one with a
yeah,
full
his
body
looks-
shot, so like there's
Yeah,
a
his
lot more
looks-
to work with here.
Yeah, his looks great.
You know, like we had just headshots.
But it's so funny. They get so much better throughout the years. Like, you know, you look like, you know,
Mine looks like it's from the 60s.
yours looks like you were missing on a milk carton, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
have you seen
Have you seen this?
I am
have
gonna,
you
I am
seen
gonna
this bar
zoom in
mitzvah
real
boy?
quick, but not on.
wandered away from home Wednesday evening?
I am
haven't
gonna
seen
zoom
him
in, but
since.
not on you. It's just the dots is what really like throws
Oh,
me
the
off.
pixelation.
Yeah.
Listen, this is high speed.
Yeah.
Like that's how they
Yeah.
printed photos. For
So
sure.
yours looks like you wandered away from home in 1961 and we finally found you
I'm selling
30 years
Bibles.
later. You're found in Utah 20 years later.
Man,
I look like I'm gonna go to Warp Tour.
You do.
that
I
year.
was gonna say it. I'm like, yeah, Ted's just.
I just
warped
feel
already.
like there was.
But you know what I'll say is the glow up is actually real, guys. You know, so if you're a young person watching us, man, like you're gonna be in your awkward years, except for you, because yours looks freaking great.
So most of
I'm just awesome.
I have had students that come up in suits.
Yeah,
they
of
wear
course.
suits. I'm definitely going with fake eyelashes next year. I'm gonna
Oh,
keep
yeah,
the
I'm
exact same outfit
I'm
I do
gonna
every
grow my
single year.
mustache. I'm gonna do a twisty
So
mustache.
this will be 10 years in a row of the exact same look, except one
with
is gonna have fake
eyelashes.
eyelashes, and then it's gonna continue on as the same. So like when it gets to me at that 20, like what happened that year?
Yeah, well,
Like big fake
what was going on
eyelashes.
that
that
year?
guy had an emotional breakdown that year.
Yes. Like lipstick smeared all over my face for no reason, you know?
Look like you were caught in the
Yeah.
rain right before
Yeah.
the picture.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, guys? On that note, I think we walk this one into the sunset, and we're gonna walk it with, I guess, me into the sunset.
Roll your windows up for the episode, Ted.
Hey, I'm going to roll these windows up. I'm going to tell you this. Thank you guys for hanging out with us for another episode of Non-Professional Development. My name is Ted.
My name is Dave. Get your golden ticket at redplantresorts.com.
Hey, there you go. We are going to walk this into the sunset with, please check us out wherever you get your podcasts. If you're listening on YouTube, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Check us out on Instagram at Non-Professional Development. And anywhere you get your podcast, please hang in with us. We are building all of our other things like Patreon. We are building all of our other I don't know, stuff, whatever you call it. But please hang out with
Social
us.
platforms.
Social platforms. Thanks, producer Goose. We will see you all next week. Have an awesome time this week
For
at your
episode 38.
school. Episode 47.
I'm so done with both of you right now.
Bye.